stop lying to yourself. You're not going to finish that DBA learning course. You're not going to maximize the masterclass subscription. You've got way too many conflicting priorities and you haven't learned how to set standards you can actually manage. The truth is, it's not because you're lazy. It's just because your expectations are louder than your systems and you are still trying to operate on motivation instead of rhythm. Do you know what I mean? That used to be me. Always signing up for things I genuinely wanted to do, but never like following through. I blame myself. I thought it was just inconsistency and stuff like that, but the real issue is I had no capacity. I just had no capacity to do that. Not to talk about now when there's a toddler, a new job, new country, new language, and all that sort of stuff. There was no mental space, no backup, but I still wanted to do more. I still wanted to grow, to learn, to stay sharp, to not let my life sort of shrink down into just like survival. But motivation is unreliable. You're going to be tired. The kids won't sleep. Work is a mess. So how do you show up when you have nothing left in your tank, right? Like, that's when it kind of like hit me. It's not about motivation. It's about reducing friction. I kept flirting with different ideas on how to master my ship, trying to figure out what actually works and things like that. Then I came across James Clear, the book about atomic habits. It was like a game changer. That book basically, it didn't just give me like motivation, right? It gave me like systems and ideas and how to help me understand how behavior actually works, especially my own behavior, like how identity is shaped by action and not by intention. And off the back of that, I stumbled on this rule that I kept for years that I implemented, and it was the 30 minutes a day rule. It was no pressure, no perfection, just show up. Whether you want to study, whether you want to work out, you want to learn a new language or build something. It was small enough to feel doable, but enough to matter. And here's the magic, right? When something has less resistance, you actually do it. And here's what happens next. Before you realize it, it's your 30 minutes turns into an hour, then it's midnight like it is right now, and you're still working. And that's because you have to, but because you're actually in your rhythm, you found some kind of flow. You start building consistency, you're getting better without burning out. You stop needing motivation because habits kind of like take over. That's the whole thing around atomic habits, right? And I'm still working it, but over the last 6+ years or so, that 30-minute rhythm changed my life. I ran a 25K trial marathon. I started learning Danish and built exercise habits I can't do without. I stopped trying to be the sharpest person in the room and just started to, become more consistent. Consistency is everything. Consistency beats everything over time, right? And the systems beat hype every time. You start getting things done, you get sharper, you get fitter, and you stop relying on motivation, and you build this discipline without ever trying to be disciplined. You're 1% pounds, and it transforms you. And here's my question. Here's my question to you. What could your 30 minutes a day look like? What's the one thing you can make easier? Not harder, right? Just make easier. Starting today. Let's talk about it, man. Like, especially if you're a parent, you're an expert, and you're just trying to grow while juggling all these different things, right? Drop me a DM, a comment. I'd love to hear your story. Stay blessed. Peace.